Okay, good morning, everyone, and good evening to Anurup. This is class number 26, which is like halfway mark. It feels like we just started few weeks back and it's already class number 26. I think most of you have been quite regular in the classes, so that's very good. Anurup and Manasvi, I think you have been there since beginning, so I would want both of you to reflect back on whatever we have learned so far and try and share whatever you try to implement in your life so far. Okay, great. So today we are talking about creativity. This is the 21st century skill. This is one of the most important uh, 21st century skills. So we'll try to learn the concept and also we'll try and see if we can conclude the activity. Some of you, only Anurup has tried it, others probably have not tried it. So we'll try and see if we can squeeze 10 minutes towards the end to do the activity right now. Okay. So why do you think creativity is important? What you exactly understand by creativity?
Make it
Say,
interesting,
make it interesting.
and it is something that is like not ever never made.
Yes. So the word create means actually making something, right?
Yeah.
Making something which is not there. So that's why it is called creative. So Manasvi has replied, creativity is what makes us different from one another. Excellent. Yes. Tej, you want to share something?
Creativity is something which is like inventing a different thing.
Hmm. Creating
So by
something,
doing that, we
inventing
can
something.
learn many things.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is something similar to what Anurup also mentioned that you're trying to create something which is not there. Correct. But why it is important? Why we have to be creative in life?
It helps us to learn many things.
Mm-hmm.
It helps us to solve problems.
It's all helps us to solve problems. It helps us to create new things, new products, right?
Yes.
Because of some creativity, the Chandrayaan actually landed in the South Pole. Somebody thought
Yeah.
about it. No, otherwise it could have never been done, right?
Yeah.
So that's why creativity is actually very important. Now let's see what are the importance of creativity. One, first is it actually it helps us to express ourselves. How it is creative is allows us to express our feelings and our ideas about all kinds of things. So creativity is not always just creating new things. It is also about communicating.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think innovation, everybody, or both of you spoke about innovate, create new things, new solutions, new products, new boundaries. So innovate, creativity helps us to find new solutions to problems and push the boundaries of what is possible. What do you mean by this? Push the boundaries of what is possible. What is a boundary?
Like boundary is a limit.
Limits. Boundaries are
So we
limits.
should go forward to our limits.
Exactly. So creativity actually helps us to push those limits. We have to go beyond those limits. It could be physical limit, it could be mental limit. We could be restraining ourselves that something we cannot do in our mind. That is also a boundary, right? So it actually tries to push those boundaries. Enhances the work-life balance. I mean, of course, this is something which is more towards for the professionals. But in any case, for children like you who are in school as well, it's important to have a balance of your academic life as well as your non-academic life. And it is also helps us to explore the unknown. I think Chandrayaan 3's landing is just one example. There will be several such examples. Can you give some examples of this? Explore the unknown. What have been the uh, perfect example for this phrase? Explore the unknown.
When Newton found the gravity,
Yes, historically that is right. At that point of nobody knew. Others, anything. I think anything you see around us.
Mars.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Anurup, go ahead.
Yeah, the Mars mission.
The Mars mission. Yeah, okay. In fact, whatever we see around us was created by somebody, right? At some point of time, that was not there. Somebody thought about it in a creative manner, first in the mental manner, then probably put it on a drawing board or drawing sheet, and then the physical form was created. Okay, we'll go to next one. Okay, let's hear from Mr. Ramkrishna Bodu about why creativity is important.
Why is creativity important? Creativity in
Yes, you
life
can
is
hear
important because
the
it lets you see the big picture, the bigger picture. You can break patterns. You can see big picture and not get bogged down into the details. For example, you can't see the forest for the trees. You should look for others. Keep things fresh. Similar to seeing big picture, creativity help keep things fresh. A passion that you once had could turn into a monotonous task that you have to do every day. Creativity lets you spice things up and keeps your feelings energized and invigorated when it comes to approaching the task. Creativity is important because it keeps the mind active. Creativity keeps the mind active and more productive. Since a big part of creativity is constant thinking and connecting ideas to one another, your mind is constantly active. The benefit to creativity is that there has ever been some research that shows that creativity in older people is associated with reduced dementia. It builds confidence. When you think creatively and overcome a challenge in front of you with a creative solution, not only do you gain a little dopamine hit, but you also gain confidence. The confidence lets you tackle a bigger challenge and it snowballs from there. It reduces stress. Thinking creatively has also been shown to reduce stress. Thinking and engaging in creative activities produce a similar effect on your brain as meditation does. By being creative, one can often achieve a flow state which will allow them to lose themselves in an activity, whether it is writing, painting, baking, and so on. It can help you succeed in business. How important is creativity in business? As you can imagine, creativity is important in the real business world. An innovative service or product is often the result of creative thinking. Most often, the innovative services or products provide great value to users, resulting in disruptive and positive results. Think of innovative products such as Uber, Airbnb, Apple, and so on. Think of business as even a playing field. Those who know the playing field and can introduce a creative solution, strategy, and process are the ones who often succeed and turn ideas into reality. Creativity can help you build lasting relationships. Similarly, how creativity can help in business, it can also help in lasting relationships. You can apply the same creative process of thinking to your relationships as you do it to your business. Having trouble spending time with your loved one because you're so busy. How about instead of dinner dates, you try a breakfast date once every day in a while or once in a while? Having trouble in staying in touch with your friends. How about thinking creatively to come up with a process to stay connected, such as Zoom, online meetings, hangouts every once in a while, so that it will help you create build lasting relationships. Creativity allows you to have a different perspective on life. By approaching things and finding solutions to problems from different angles, it will allow you to have a different perspective on life. Instead of staring ahead at your life as a single path or road to your ultimate destination, you will start to see side roads, bridges, and black alleys in the path of creativity. Creativity can bring people together. Thinking creatively can be solo act. However, it can also be done as a group. Have you ever heard of think tanks? Within these think tanks, it is their profession to read, write, research, discuss, and think about topics that are important to a common good. Within top companies, they also have dedicated thinking groups or pods where they take time to come up with creative ideas and solutions to a problem. When it comes to the creative act itself, think of art classes, groups, and bands where a collective group of creatives can join and share a common experience and sense of belonging. And some more benefits are the importance of creativity. Creativity can change your perspective on education. It allows for self expression. It can help you live longer, my friends. These are some of those benefits or the importance which we could discuss, but there are many more. I hope this helps you to gain a perspective on why creativity is important, and I'm sure you all would appreciate by now the importance of creativity as well.
Okay, before we go to the next video, I know it was slightly longish, but you will have the opportunity to again see it again when I share it today as the recorded episode, right? You can actually pause some places. You would like to make a note for yourself, you can do that as well. And in your current life, I think, like Tej, you're in 7th and Anurup in 8th, I think, and Manasvi already in 10th, right? Manasvi? 8th. Okay. So it is still not late if you have guys not started something. I don't know, it could be related to maybe joining a drawing class, or maybe joining a debate class, or maybe a writing class or a reading club, something which you all of you can actually start doing even now also. Okay. And then there are many options to do that actually. You just have to openly seek about what is available around your. So if I ask all of you, are you currently doing something which is to help you in constantly doing some creative work? Anurup, Tej, and Manasvi. Manasvi, I think, has replied. Art class, very good. So, what exactly you do? Which art class, Manasvi? And how frequently you do that? Okay, they teach us different forms of arts. Is it in school or beyond the school? Oh, it's I do it Monday to Friday, which is excellent. So it's like every day. So it's in the school itself. It's in school and beyond. Okay, that's very good. Tez, are you doing something?
I used to do, but not now. I used to go to the piano classes.
Okay, why did you stop?
Like, actually, it was going good, but at the middle of it was online, no. So at middle it became offline, and it was at the school time, so I had to leave that.
Hmm. My sincere advice to you is restart it if you enjoy doing it.
Okay.
That will help you in your thought process also. In your studies also, it will help you.
Yeah.
May not be directly, but it has got its own impact on your personality, on your development also. Okay. Anurup?
But still,
Yeah.
I used to practice the songs which were taught me in the classes.
Which you do it at home, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So that is
sometimes my own practice.
also good, but try to do it on a regular basis, on a fixed time.
Okay.
Okay. Practicing is also good, that you can do it at home. But if you enjoy doing it, try to learn new things also. That will help you further. I'm not saying you should try to become a big pianist or a celebrity out of it, but just for your self development. Of course, if you enjoy doing it forever as a profession, of course,
Yeah,
you're
sure.
welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. But start doing it since you are already doing it. Anurup, yes.
Yeah, I used to do dance classes, but I stopped.
Why?
Um,
You didn't enjoy it.
no, because the teacher itself stopped.
Okay. Okay. What else you like doing?
I like doing crafting, but I don't do it. I used to do that also, but I don't.
Okay, no problem. Ask your father, mother to explore what is possible now. If the dance
Yeah,
class is not happening anymore, try to get into some activity which is beyond your school, which you can do
yeah,
it, um, if not every day, at least once or twice in a week.
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
that will help you further in your development also. Okay, okay. Now let's see this video about what are the creative skills and the traits.
Is creativity a skill? And what are creativity skills? Well, creativity is definitely a skill and trait that most of us possess when we were born. It's a myth that creativity is a gift that only a few select people are born with. You know, around that 1968, George Land conducted a research study that is now known as the creativity test, and it is quite popular. And the test essentially showed that creativity is not learned but rather unlearned. Mr. Land tested children from ages 3 to 5 and used the same creativity test to select scientists and innovative engineers for NASA. George Land tested the same children at the age of 10 and then again at 15. And here are the results as you see on your screen. Now it's interesting. The creativity in 5-year-olds was 98%. When they reached 10 years old, it went down to 30%. When they were tested at 15 years old, it was dropped down to 12%. The same test was also given to over 280,000 adults, and the creativity score was around 2%. In terms of why creativity drops so much as we become adults, many claim that our school systems kill creativity, daydreaming, and imperfection. With this in mind, it's becoming even more important that we are cognizant of this fact, that we actively engage and seek out practices in our life that can help boost our creativity. Creativity skills. Let's look at some of the important skills. Of course, there are many skills we could talk about, but let's take a handful of them. Curiosity, imagination, open-mindedness, and problem solving. These are the very important skills that we need to foster. Let's go one at a time. Curiosity. Being curious, registering patterns and anomalies, making use of previous knowledge, researching productively, formulating good questions. These are all the curious activities. Imagination. Exploring, synthesizing, and refining multiple options, generating and refining ideas, inventing, developing on those ideas. Imagination. The next one, open-mindedness. Using lateral thinking, using divergent thinking, hypothesizing, exploring multiple viewpoints, being flexible, adaptable, and functioning well with uncertainty, being open to new ideas. Problem solving, understanding and defining problems, crafting, delivering, and presenting solutions, demonstrating initiative, discipline, persistence, and resilience. evaluating impact and success of solutions. So my friends, if we can keep these in mind, being curious, being imaginative, being open-minded and problem solving, these are some of those very important skills to be creative, to develop creative.
So creative skills are basically curiosity, open-mindedness, imagination, and problem solving. And these are something which we can actually practice. Consciously, we can actually start practicing. Okay, but then for that we need intent. We need deliberate intent. Then only these things we can start doing. Okay. And the reason why I'm asking all of you to get into some activity, because that will help you automatically create these skills as you practice your creative skills. Okay. Okay. Next one is about how to develop creativity, which is something related. I was talking about that at least start getting into some kind of class where you can actually start doing things which is beyond your academics. And let's hear what he has to share.
How to develop creativity? Well, here are some of the tips. Brainstorm ideas. Structured processes and rules often restrict a group to freely express their ideas. So this is why brainstorming is more encouraged among groups. Brainstorming provides an environment that allows people to open up and share thoughts and ideas freely without any limitation and prejudice. Mind maps. Unlocking creativity with the use of mind map is also one great strategy. A mind map is a diagram that links information around a central point. Unlike most note-taking methods, you can make use of images and colors other than words. Reframe your way of thinking. If you want something you have never had, you must do something you have never done. Reframing your thinking essentially means changing your perspective. Reconceptualize problems. You could hit a wall at any point wherein you are trying to solve a problem through creativity. Unless you reconceptualize the problem by taking a step back, you will find it hard to carry on. Daydream. Ever got scolded for daydreaming in the middle of a busy day at work? Daydreaming is often associated with laziness and lack of focus. But do you know that daydreaming could also be the reason why you are being highly creative at work? Build a growth mindset. One of the most important traits of creative people is open-mindedness. This means that you're curious about others and believe that you can learn from them. You have a growth mindset. Ask the right questions. Successful people ask better questions, and as a result, they get better answers. Imagining your problem from a different perspective will jumpstart you to discover of how to improve creativity. Associate with children. Preschool age children are the most ideal to mix with, as they generally use both sides of the brain, although preferences do start to form at an early stage. Their world is filled with fantasy, and yours will be too. If you interact with them and explore their world on how they see simple everyday things. Play games, puzzles, or physical sports. Certain games and puzzles can equip you with plenty of opportunity to flex your creative muscles. Games that force you to map out strategies and make moves that depend on what your opponent does.
Again, just the summary of this video again. So these are different ways to start practicing and developing your creativity skills. So starting with brainstorm ideas, using mind maps. Have you ever seen a mind map? Google, Anurup probably has not done it. You can actually Google about it. You'll find lot of interesting ideas about mind maps. Tej, where have you seen mind map?
Most commonly in my textbooks.
Very good. Yes. Textbooks do use it. Yes. Then reframe your way of thinking. Then reconceptualize problems. Daydream. Of course, this is a dangerous thing. Many people will not like it. Your school teacher or your parents may not like it. Build a growth mindset. Basically, a positive mindset that anything is possible. And that's a start point actually. If you think that anything is possible, then the creativity actually starts from there. Ask the right questions, associate with young children. Of course, that depends on whether you have actually young children around you in your family or surrounding. And playing games, puzzles, physical sports, especially if you're playing team games, not the video games. If you play team games, even if you play chess also, that's a very good way to improve your creativity. But playing in bigger groups is the best way to start developing your creativity. This is the last video. We'll see what are the traits of a creative person.
Now, what is a creative person like? Creative person is like they are risk takers, they embrace failure, they take the path less traveled, they are logical, they believe in the work. Risk taking, creative people are often risk takers. There is always some risk involved if you set out to create something that is new, especially if it requires resources such as time and money. Risk taker creativity. Embrace failure. Along with risk, they embrace failure. They do not see failure in the harsh light. Instead, they see failure as growth and learning. Take the path less traveled. Creative people are often willing to be different and even often embrace being different. It is in the difference that they are willing to take the path less traveled to create and explore new concepts and ideas. Logical. Though creativity is very abstract concept, creative people are often very logical. Most creative concepts are based on the fundamental truths that are then connected to form a new creative idea. Believe in the work. Creative people don't focus on the results, they focus on the work. They understand that creativity is a muse that will only be called upon through putting in the work. This is how you could see creative person as. Any person who's possessing, who's exhibiting these traits or qualities can be called as a creative person.
So in life, what is important is that since we are in a phase of time when things are changing rapidly, right? Around us, everything is changing rapidly. Every day something new is coming up in terms of technological advancement. So how these things are happening? Because there are people who are able to take risk, who are able to embrace failures, means that what we see as innovations, inventions, products, they have not happened just like that in one chance. No, it has taken many attempts to create those new things. So as a creative person, you should be ready to take failures also, and not worry too much about failure. Rather, learn from the failure. Then take path less traveled, which means that then only you can create new things, right? You cannot create new things if you follow the same thing which others have already done, right? And you have to be logical. You cannot do a lot of things which are not logical or illogical. Um, while you can create new things, but at the same time, any creative solution should be also useful for the target audience or the customer, right? And believe in the work, which means that many times the process of creativity or creating something new can be a long process in terms of time required. So one has to have a lot of patience in the process itself, in the work itself. Okay. So these are the traits of a creative person. So we'll take 10 minutes. Yeah. So I give you 2 minutes to all of you to take a print immediately, and we'll start the activity. And if you're not able to take a print, you can always draw it on a piece of paper, the same thing, what I have told. In case your printer is not working or something, you can always draw this on a piece of paper, on an A4 sheet or on your notebook. I will tell you the instruction, then you can start. I will tell you exactly what you have to do.
Okay.
Let's wait for the other to join as well.
Okay.
Okay, Anurup, you're back. Manasvi, you're ready, right? Manasvi and Anurup, I think both of you can start the activity. Anurup, I want you to do 30, in the 30 blocks, I want you to draw any types of food items.
Any
you
type
find.
of
Food to eat,
okay.
eat or drink or whatever. Okay. And
Okay.
Manasvi, I want you to draw all types, all objects or things which you see at a school. Okay. And once you finish, you can actually help the others also. Anurup and Manasvi, you can start. Tejas, you could take the print. Okay. So I want you to draw any type of objects or items what you see around at home. we should stop the activity. I think its time is over. Don't worry if you have not been able to draw everything. So I will like to ask Manasvi. Manasvi, can you switch on your camera and show the pictures? I can share it for on your behalf. So I think this is the one which is done by Manasvi. So I told her to draw everything what they see in school. Manasvi, you have to explain, help us understand some of it. Okay, so I told you to draw everything related to food, right? Can you switch on your audio and
Yeah, I did.
okay. So you could do 25, which is excellent, excellent. And can you just tell us what are the items which you made? You can put
Uh,
down the paper, or you can just explain one by one what you have done.
the first one is burger,
Okay.
and second is paneer tikka, and the and then the third one is a corn dog, and the next one
Okay,
is
okay. Fine, fine. Anurup, it's okay. So the idea was to make you think quickly within 10
Yeah,
minutes how fast you can actually do the activity. That was the whole
yeah.
objective. I was not trying to find out whether you can draw all the 30 or not. It's okay. I just told you to
Because
think about it.
I have got so many things, I had to think more.
Yes. That is the whole idea. That is the whole idea of this activity. Okay. Now
Yeah,
you get it why I asked you to do this activity?
yeah. I've done it 2 times.
Yes, yes, that's right. Okay. Tejas, just show to us whatever you have done so far. It's okay. Don't worry about completing it. So you could do all of them, or how many you have done? You have done about 15, uh, 15 plus 2, 17, huh? 17 you did? 17. Okay. And what are the things you have just drawn? Can you quickly just tell, switch on your video and audio and tell us what you have done?
First is a water can, then a
Ah,
book, then a laptop, then a mosquito mesh,
hmm,
then a briefcase, then an idol, then a clock, a
hmm,
phone stand, mouse, hat, remote control car, pencil, and a file,
hmm.
a chair, a bed and window, and a calendar.
Okay. So when I told you to do this activity, what did you start doing first? Did you write down what you're going to draw, or you started drawing it?
I started drawing, but
Okay.
it took
One
me
way
a
to
time.
probably next time what you do is you take one more print and think about a different subject. Okay. Or I can actually send a message to you on what subject you have to do. In that, what you do is you first write down what you're going to draw. Okay. Maybe that will take 5 minutes to think about all the things and then start drawing. Maybe you will be able to draw it faster. Just try doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Manasvi has, okay. What Manasvi has done, she has done a notebook, pencil, bag, pouch, scale, water bottle, table, chair, door, whiteboard, marker, duster, eraser, sharpener, scissor, highlighter, shoes, socks, shirt, skirt, pants, glasses, hands is the item you, okay, fine. You just, okay, pen, cutter. What is oh, the paper cutter or something. Okay, tiffin, window, smiles. Smiles are people, huh? I guess so. Then laughter, sadness. Okay, okay, somewhere, Manasvi, you're creative, but then somewhere you, instead of item, you have actually used your creativity just to push things forward. Okay. Yeah. Okay, but then I guess all of you got the idea. Idea was not to make all of you to do what is right. but idea was to make you think quickly about a particular subject and in a way find out 30 different options. That is the whole objective of this activity. Make sense? So this we can translate in our day-to-day life also in solving some problem also. I'm not talking about the academic book problem, but I'm talking about in a day-to-day life. When we are faced with a situation, we instead of jumping into something which you start intently doing or instantaneously trying to do, it would be great idea to think about some different ways and put it on a piece of paper before you start acting on the solutions. Make sense? Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, good. I think we have crossed the time of today's class. I hope all of you enjoyed the activity, and of course you also, I think, understood the concept. So the takeaway for today's class is I would want all of you to start doing some activity which you are currently doing. For example, Manasvi is doing already, but both Tejas and Anurup, you start joining some activity club which will help you in your development of this particular skill. Okay. And to repeat this exercise, I will share some cues to all three of you separately on what subject I want you to do the activity. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay then. So all good. See you then next week. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Sir, I completed my activity just now.
Oh, excellent. So you would like to share what did you do?
So after the calendar, I made specs, scissors, wall hanging,
Hmm.
then a cloth, a water bottle, a cup, a
Hmm.
speaker, a keyboard, and a newspaper.
Great. Very smart, fast thinking. Good. Excellent. So we'll see you again next week. We'll talk about another 21st century skill. Till then, stay safe. Enjoy your next
Okay,
week.
sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.